Hello there, I am that Gaymer guy, and this week we're discussing film favourites. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, one of my geek illusions of last year was to watch as many Oscar-nominated films. I can't say that word. Specifically, every Best Picture nominated film. And so each month I watch a year's nominees, starting with 2015, then 2014, then 2013, and so on. And last month I reached the year 1999, meaning that I have now watched all of the Noughties Best Picture nominated films, all 55 of them. And so I wanted to count down with you my favourite film of each year. So we'll start with 2009. 2009 is actually the first time since the 40s that the Academy allowed more than 5 entries into the Best Picture category. Instead, rather than restricting themselves to a set number, they now nominate as many or as few films that they believe deserve it. In 2009, The Hurt Locker took the title, which was an okay film, but I believe it to be more of a product of its time than a genuine classic. Instead, my favourite film of 2009 is Avatar. So nowadays it's become popular to hate on Avatar, probably because James Cameron is working on 4 sequels at the same time and their release dates being pushed back further and further to the point where we're unsure if we're ever going to even see the light of day. So say what you want, but on Avatar's release, there had been nothing like it before. Yes, the story is more than familiar, but the technical elements of Avatar were unprecedented. James Cameron James Cameron managed to elevate 3D to be more than just a gimmick, and in the process created a world that none of us wanted to leave. Seriously, there was actually a thing called post-Pandora syndrome, and this was where people were so enamoured with the world of Pandora that their existence in the real world caused them severe depression. I don't think I was quite that bad, but I do remember coming out of the cinema and the world looking a lot greyer. So if the sequels can deliver that same feeling, then I'm down.
Jake, Ewa has heard you.
Moving on to 2008, both the winner and my favourite film of the year is Slumdog Millionaire. It's hard to place what about Slumdog makes it so good. There's just a kind of underlying charm throughout it. Here in Britain there's been a real surge of film and TV set in India. We have a somewhat rose-tinted perspective of the country, and this surge is widely attributed to the success of Slumdog Millionaire, ironically despite its gritty content.
What was the name of the third musketeer?
I'd like to phone a friend.
Here we go.
Moving on to 2007, again the winner and my favourite is No Country for Old Men. Personally, this is my favourite Coen Brothers film by a long way, probably because it's nothing like any of their other works. And that's not to say that I don't like the Coen Brothers style, it's just that No Country for Old Men is so dark. And in my opinion it's the most perfect example of a cat and mouse setup that there is on screen, with said cat being one of the most unnerving villains on screen.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss.
Moving on to 2006, the winner for this year was The Departed. Whilst I do love this film, it isn't my favourite, and I don't even think it's Scorsese's best. It is a remake after all, little known fact. Instead, my favourite from 2006 is Little Miss Sunshine. Drama is my favourite genre of film, and comedy drama is the pinnacle. And in my opinion, there is no better comedy drama than Little Miss Sunshine. Everything about this film was perfect. The characters, the acting, the soundtrack, amazing. And it manages to do it in a way that only an independent film can do, with heart. If you don't have a warm fuzzy feeling inside you by the end of Little Miss Sunshine, you're dead inside.
What is your daughter doing?
She's alright. She's kicking ass. She's doing.
And now we reach 2005. In 2005 we have the controversial Best Picture win of Crash. I enjoyed Crash, lots of people hate it. But there is no way that Crash is better than Brokeback Mountain. Brokeback Mountain, where do I start? Let's start with the fact that this was a Hollywood big money film starring 2 LGBT main characters. Few films can boast that even to this day 12 years later. And it remains one of the best, if not the best, LGBT representations in non-independent cinema. And whilst the soundtrack and setting are both beautiful, the true beauty in this film lies in the characters and their story. I love tragic love stories more so than happy endings. I'm not quite sure what that says about me as a person, and Brokeback Mountain is nothing if not tragic. No spoilers, but that last scene will always leave me unashamedly weeping.
You have no idea how bad it gets. I wish I knew how to quit you.
So I'm actually going to stop here and continue counting down in the next video. Please feel free to leave your Noughties Oscar film favourites down in the comments. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. I also write a gaming blog which I'll leave a link to down below. And if there's anything gaming, geek or LGBT related that you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave your suggestions down in the comments. Now, where did I leave my blue face paint? I hope to see you guys next time, but until then...